I am so proud and honored to be accepting the Ally for Equality Award. I count myself to be absolutely blessed to have received many awards through my career, but what you're saying today to me is something very special. You're saying thank you for believing in us, thank you for fighting for us, and for being on our side. To the extent that this award means that I'm doing something right as a human being and as a friend and as a citizen, I am more than proud. So thank you. But I do, I do have to disagree with a couple of things about this award. For one thing, calling me an ally. An ally is a person associated with someone else for the same cause. I am here for the same cause as you, but an ally is so much less than what I want to be, and I think we can all be for the LGBT community. In my heart, I am not fighting with or for you. There is no me and you. There's only us. And we believe we all believe in our rights as human beings, whoever we are. I was talking to a dear friend of mine this morning who lives in the Bay Area but is not here tonight, and I was telling her that I was receiving this award, and she was like, "Oh, that's great, that's great." And she said, "Well, I didn't know you were so vocal about it." And I said, "Well, I absolutely am," and I realized more and more that I become more and more vocal about it because not only am I someone who is someone who has definitely benefited from the civil rights movement, but there are still people in my own community, and there are minorities around this country who are still against gay marriage and gay equality. And for me, that's very upsetting. And she said something that was just so profound. She said, "Do they not realize that they are wielding the same stick that they were beaten with?" And I think that just says it all right there. Because I know about civil rights. I'm here because of that movement. And I know that what we are celebrating here is civil rights, not just yours, but mine. Everyone's right to live in a fair world and a just world that values every human being equally. Our right to that. In my life, I have had two wonderful men, Bobby Wilson and Andy Gale, who I have been privileged to refer to them, and they refer to themselves as this as well, as my fairy godfathers for the past 17 years of my life. They were some of the first people I met when I moved to New York, and they have been my surrogate parents for all my time there. I was even texting with them today. This year, they celebrated their 35th anniversary of being together. Their love is so strong, and their relationship is a model for me and should be a model for all people. It's not that I want the straight version of what they have. I want what they have. I want love. I want commitment. I want decades. I want it all. I don't see myself as an ally, but just as another person. Not just as good as, but equal in love and commitment. There are not just LGBT people and allies, but simply people. People like you, people like me, people like Andy, and people like Bobby. Simply human beings who deserve the same things. And that is where the world seems to separate us into two different groups. We are equal in love, commitment, equal in what we give to our families and what we give to this world, but Andy and Bobby are not equal under the law. They can't get married in the state of New York, and because of Proposition hate, they can't get married here. That makes me sick. I wish I could sugarcoat it. There's no way to do so. Two people who love each other and only each other for a lifetime can't get married? What? You can't tolerate that. We cannot let that stand. And that's what brings me to my second sort of issue with getting this award. You have to promise me that when I walk off the stage, you won't think that I'm done. I'm not. We all have a lot of work to do. I want my daughter my 8-year-old little girl, to grow up in a world where human love cannot possibly be stopped at a courthouse door. My little girl, when I took her to the marriage equality rally in May in New York, she was asking me, where are we going? What are we doing? And I explained it to her, and she said, well, why are we doing this? And I said, well, because right now, in most of the places in this country, if two boys want to get married because they love each other, or if two girls want to get married because they love each other, they can't. It's against the law. And she said, well, that's not fair. And she said, do you mean if I wanted to marry Karina, who is our next door neighbor and her best friend, I couldn't marry her? And I said, no, you couldn't, honey. And she said, well, that makes me sad. And I said, I know. And that's why we're here at this rally. And she said, well, I'm glad we're here. I said, yeah, me too. So then this morning, when I left her in Santa Barbara with my mom, and I was getting ready to leave to get on a plane to come here, and she said, well, Mommy, where are you going? I said, well, there are these wonderful people who fight for equality and who take a stand and who make a stand are giving me this award. And she said, Mommy, I want to make a stand. And I was like, well, that's great. She said, I do. What can I do to make a stand? I want to make a stand to help. I want to make a stand. I want to make a stand and put it on our front lawn. She wants to make an actual stand. You're the sweetest thing ever. So she's and what she's trying, if you have any suggestions, let me know. She's trying to figure out what she can sell that will help raise money to make a stand for gay equality and gay rights. So if you can think of something that an 8-year-old can sell, let me know. I don't know, maybe she'll make little groovy girls that marry each other and groovy boys. I don't know, but she'll do something. Anyway, so I'm going to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep pestering people about it. I'm going to keep believing in it. I'm going to keep working with you. I'm a proud member of Broadway Impact, this wonderful grassroots organization that was started by Gavin Creel, the hottie who's starring in Hair right now with my boyfriend, Will Swenson, Rory O'Malley, and Jenny Canellos. And these three were so overjoyed by the results of the election where Obama became president, and so dismayed and shocked that Proposition 8 passed in the same day, decided we've got to follow Obama's example. He was a community organizer. Let's organize our community, our Broadway community. Let's organize this. And it's not just that we get out there and we sing, because we all love to get out there and yada, yada, yada. And we raise lots of millions of dollars for Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, and Broadway Bears. We do all this stuff, yeah. But Broadway Impact is different. I mean, we like that too, but come on. But it's different. What Broadway Impact does is it's teaching and educating our community about how to take action. Broadway Impact will put you in touch with the right senators to call. We'll give you their email address. We'll give you their phone number. Broadway Impact has this little grassroots thing going on Facebook saying that you have to change your name, making your middle name instead of Hussein, which we were all doing for Obama, is now your middle name on Facebook must be equality. So everybody, and what's great about this is because so many kids are interested in Broadway, we're reaching a very young, impressionable generation, and we're getting them at the right age and saying, this is what it's all about. Gavin Creel's the one who started that. When Andy and Bobby can get married in New York, when each and every one of you can get married here, and when every LGBT American can get married and have the commitment recognized everywhere, including by the US government, that's when I'll shut up about this. Not a minute before. But as you know, there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work on our way from here to there, and like the civil rights struggle of the last century that brought opportunity to so many Americans, this one's going to take a lot more work, a lot more troops, a lot more heartbreak before we get to the other side. This song that was mentioned that I sang at the Equality Rally, it was written by a very dear friend of mine, a gay man named Steve Marzullo, who was the pit pianist in Ragtime. And the lyrics are by James Baldwin. And I just want to sing one little bit of it to you. It's a quiet bit. It's a quiet bit. This is not a loud, belty bit. This is a quiet bit, but it's my favorite part. Some days worry, some days mad, Some days more than make you glad. Some days more than shine. When you see what's coming on down the line. Equality is coming down the line. Thank you very much.